Captures. Yo, people, wagwan. Welcome back to Run's Tech Hub. And today I've got Mr. Ramo.
Wagwan.
Ramo. All right. We've got Mr. Uzumaki.
Oh, right. Is that what the name's under?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna run with that.
All right. You don't know you have the KingBoss. Welcome back. So today we're going to be watching the Bethesda and Microsoft showcase or the Xbox showcase. But before we jump into that, as you guys can see on my screen, we have 30 seconds before it starts. What do you guys actually want to see in the showcase? So I'm going to go to you first.
Hold on. We have a new challenger, everybody.
Oh, nice. All right. Mr. LJ Wagwan, you're good?
What's good? Oh,
Stay
are we
on camera.
recording?
Yes, stay on camera. You're not coming off. You're stuck.
Hey, hold on.
Not gonna lie, he looks like he's.
Man, ducked out straight away, though.
It's like, okay, you guys are recording. Bye.
He's got to go brush his hair and that, man. Cream his hands, everybody.
All right. In the meantime, he can still hear us. So in the meantime, let's go to Ramo first. And Ray, what do you think you want to see from the showcase, sir?
Obviously, you guys know I'm a Sony boy, innit? So
That word is a curse word over here.
Why has
Sorry.
he even got a? Yeah, he's got to bring up allow it, man.
Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because I don't really have much expectations from this, innit? I don't have like a whole bunch of like, as if it was a Sony showcase, I'd be like, I want this, and
Can you
this.
stop swearing over here, please? Thank you.
My bad.
Thank you.
If it was a Sony showcase, I'd be able to reel off.
It's just swear again.
I didn't swear.
Sony is a swear word over here. This is the Xbox
Oh,
showcase.
my bad. I'm sorry, that swear word has to get permitted. But anyway, because it's Xbox, I don't have like a bunch of expectations. With me, I'm looking forward to Hellblade 2, so I'd like to see some of that. And I'm a big, if there's any IP on Xbox that I am a fan of, it's going to be Gears, isn't it? So if they can show me something from Gears 6, I'll be happy with that. And that's about it, really.
Fair
I mean, I'm hoping to see more games that would make me want to play Xbox exclusively. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, apart like, in terms of anything particular, it would just be Gears and Hellblade.
Fair enough. All right. Let me ask you a question before we continue, though. What about Halo?
I mean, the co-op I'm looking forward to. They already gave us a roadmap for that anyway. So
Yeah, I think the beta is next month, isn't it?
Yeah. So we know when that's coming. I don't really need to see much more from Halo. I mean, it came out, it was a fun game, but it kind of died.
Yeah, kind of
So,
did.
I mean, I don't really know what gameplay they could show me to revive it. Maybe some new game modes or whatever. But yeah, that's for me.
Fair. Well, I'll wait until my turn. Mr. Uzumaki, your turn, sir.
For me,
Yeah.
well, Ray's already said one of them, Hellblade. Like the show must go on. I've got to continue. I want to know like how they're gonna do it if it generally straight away transitions from the last one. If you played it, or they're gonna go to the past more in depth, talk about a part. Let me not give away certain spoilers in case you haven't played, but I want to know what they're gonna do. That I'm really looking forward to that game because even playing it with headphones, pro tip, you lot. The voices and how they done it, amazing. Other things I want to see is Stalker. Since it was delayed as well from the initial release date, I want to see what they do with that. More than anything, I'm looking forward to completely new announcements that I'm not aware of, and hopefully it's not indies. It's actually games worth my time, man.
Right. You said indies ain't worth the time.
Yeah,
Bro.
don't be mean, yo. That's mean.
No, no comment on that front. But another thing is separate from the games, which they might do. I want to know more about, or if they release any info about the app, the streaming app, the TV app.
Oh,
So
right.
I'm more looking forward to hearing something like a USB version because that would be phenomenal. Something you can just take with you around. Literally that in my Elite controller case, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. Just moving with that. That would be amazing. And I don't like something that's easy to go into like everyone's TV because I've been hearing that you have to have the latest TV and that's no, we're not doing that. So
That's
a USB version that works like that Fire Stick,
That's true.
something like that, user friendly. Oh, and one last thing, I know they are gonna talk about Forza, they always do, but maybe a better way to initiate or play a story mode. So play online with your people, co-op, what story campaign, something like that would be nice. Multiplayer story games, they need to announce those sort of things or features.
All right, I hear
Yeah.
you. I hear you. Thank you, sir. Mr. LJ, are you here with us? If he's not, then I'll jump to my one. All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna steal one from Hypes. If they do the Forza thing,
Sorry to cut you.
yeah,
If
go
he's
ahead.
not back by the time you're finished, I'm kicking him, bro.
I'm here. I'm here.
That made him
Oh,
arrive.
man, wake up quick. All right.
Are you coming on the camera or no?
No, I'm doing my camera set real quick.
Okay, that's fine. I'll go
Go on
first.
then, Ron. That's your
What was I saying again? So yeah, if they're gonna do a Forza thing, I want them to do a Forza thing where they give me more than just the same thing they've always given me. And I've said Need for Speed is dead, right? I think Need for Speed is dead anyway. I think what would be a nice Forza edition would be like a Need for Speed esque edition where you can modify your cars, add your nitrous, do your street racing, do your stuff with your friends. That's what Forza needs to add to it. Now,
I was gonna say, not to ruin that, but there are modifications. I do get you, but
I know
it's
yeah.
how they put
I don't
it.
play Forza, but I thought that you could do all of that on Horizon, no?
You can, but there's no like nitrous, and I want the street racing type thing again, and I want the
One thing I will say, what they do need to do, I keep hearing it from people, is even me at one point, is the settings for modifying your car, like in terms of it needs to be, I don't know if the word simplified, or it needs to be worked on or improved, because depending on how it's set, sometimes it's too much. You could have the best car or whatever, but the turning corners and the drifting is
that stuff.
it's
So,
a lot.
obviously, there's two different Forzas, isn't it? And Horizon came out last year, so aren't you lot looking forward to Motorsport?
Motorsport's not really my thing because it's like on a track, sticking to the lines.
It's like a proper racing simulator, kind of like Gran Turismo, right? Yeah, Gran Turismo not my thing.
It's not my thing. If I'm playing a game, I want to go crazy personally. No, there's nothing
Meant
wrong
to
with
go
that.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd like something like Need for Speed as well.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
right. Because
No,
there's
but you know
nothing like
what?
Need for Speed now.
Underground.
Yeah,
Not to go
too.
into all of that, but it's funny that you lot say that, but then I don't know, I associated fun driving games more with Burnout, if that's the case.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
Obviously,
Yeah,
they can't do that because
Yeah.
it's realistic,
Yeah,
it's supposed to be.
I get that. I mean, but I just think like a Need for Speed edition type thing would be a really good start to kick. I mean, it's probably the number one driving game in the world now. So to even kick what's that word? Thrust it further.
Kickstart it,
Then give us something we haven't gotten from you before. That's just my thought.
You know what? Then sorry, just
Yeah, go ahead.
last thing to add on that point. You know how they done that terrible? Let me not say no. You know how they done that game Flight, where it's realistic in terms of you can travel.
Flight Simulator.
Oh, Flight Simulator. Yeah.
What if they incorporate that into Forza, so you can actually drive to each other's house and drive up the streets or wherever?
Boy,
that would be something.
That's
because it's
good.
always quite distant.
I'm saying give them another 10, 15 years, Hives, because they had to pull map data from Microsoft Maps, or Bing Maps, to make that flying game look the way it looked, and that you can fly to your house or fly to your town and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
that was crazy. Obviously you guys know I'm excuse me, you guys.
Hey, brother, the glass, the ice in that glass is it's smashing up. The ice in that glass sound like a rich man's glass here, bro.
It's dancing.
Stop dancing that ice.
Let me put this to the side for a little. Let the ice melt.
I think Halo is the thing I'm looking forward to the most. I want that story co-op, or that co-op story, however you say it, because I'm just dying for a game of first-person, fast-paced, fun game where I can jump in with people, have a nice open world, and just kill some enemies. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. Wolfenstein, I want to see. Wolfenstein was
I knew you was gonna.
Yeah, it's good, yo. It's good. Trust me. After that, I know I'm not gonna get Fable, but I might as well say Fable. I know they're not gonna show it here, but I might as well.
You never know, blood.
As I say, it's been how long? They might.
I mean,
it's been 2 years since they revealed it, bro. They must have something to show.
They might give a CGI trailer. That would be nice.
It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing.
True.
But I did hear them saying this is going to be the showcase with the most gameplay ever. that they've ever showed. So
I wonder how long it's gonna be.
You know
95 minutes.
Okay, cool.
So we're gonna be sitting there for like
Hour and a half.
hour and a bit.
Jeez.
So man's got to get comfortable. You
I
know
didn't
what
even bring my
though?
popcorn.
Dragon Age still. I forgot about that. Is me.
played
I would like for them to announce the next one to that.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't want to push it and say a Mortal Kombat or something like that because we know they're not gonna do that. But yeah, Dragon Age.
Fair enough. All right, let's see if Mr. LJ is ready.
Yeah, really like Freddie. Hold up.
I like that one. Really like Freddy. And then he left. All right, Mr. Freddy. Nice.
I'm walking back in.
Welcome, sir.
Yes.
Can you hear us clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, guys.
Oh, nice. All right, so the question I asked the question we answered earlier, what are you expecting to see from this Xbox stroke Bethesda showcase?
You know, I'm going to put my hands up. And
Not what you're expecting. What do you want to see?
Okay, fair. Yeah.
All right. Well, at this current moment, I haven't really been like listening or finding out what kind of games are currently rumored or what's going to happen. When it comes to Xbox, I just want to see more exclusives. That's personally from my take. It doesn't matter what exclusives they are. Hopefully something that's playable and is good. Something to battle with, you know, PS. I know that's a forbidden word in this chat right now.
Yes, sir.
So
You just swore again.
sorry.
It's okay.
Sensing me out. But yeah, just to kind of match with that, really.
Don't apologize, bro.
But it's just something new that will literally be like, yeah, this is great competition. I want to see more. I want to see what's next, what they have to offer. I mean, I know that we had a little bit of Halo that released last year. Hopefully they can improve on that or do something that, you know, gets more people to jump on.
They absolutely need to. We're a year and a half into next gen. They've only got 2 exclusives.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm just kind of like, well, that because Halo is like one of the big sellers. I mean, you know what? I really enjoyed Sunset Overdrive when it was on Xbox One. That's actually kind of the reason why I actually picked up the Xbox One. Maybe you guys beg to differ, but if they had another sequel, it kind of gave me that Jet Set Radio vibes, and you already know that Jet Set is one of my favorite games. So that's another reason why I kind of like wanted that. And it's very colorful, that type of LJ type game that you guys always seem like.
Saying that, then you know what you would like and what they should add: Fusion Frenzy, the next one.
That's correct. Yeah. We had that conversation the other day as well. Yeah, Fusion Frenzy definitely, because you could say that's like a Mario Party type thing, but on the Xbox. Exactly. And I think that would be good, really good, especially if it had a multiplayer aspect. Well, it definitely should have a multiplayer aspect with that. So yeah, Fusion Frenzy, you're correct. Even a Blink's remaster, that would be something that I would love. What else? That's mainly it, you know, personally from my Forza. I mean, they got Horizon that released last year, so I think they're good for now. I'm not really. I heard Ray mention about what about Motorsport. I'm also with everyone else. I'm not really too forward with Motorsport. I was in it when it was Motorsport 4, but these new Motorsports, it's just kind of like the same car racing simulator thing. I like something with a little bit of action, like the Horizon series. What else? I think you guys mentioned Hellblade. I haven't played that game, but definitely something that I would like to try out. Yeah. Seeing as I got Game Pass, I'd love to pick that up. Yeah, just some Xbox exclusivity, man. Even if that Ninja Turtle game, I feel like if that was an exclusive, that would be something to kind of
Battletoads.
Oh yeah, Battletoads. I think the remaster that they did wasn't as great because it was very cartoony. So I don't know, but yeah, man, there should be some new games that are coming out for Xbox that should be great competition, hopefully. But yeah, that's my take on it, man.
And I'll just say before we thingy as well and get into this, which I should have said earlier, Sony more do it, and I want Xbox. So I want to see, for me, obviously I like my fighting games now. I want to see like a Japanese or a Chinese sort of slasher samurai or something like that. A game like a ninja grading sort of thing or Ninja Blade, but that's obviously not them. It's something different, and it's from Xbox's side. That I want to see. Like even what's the game we've been playing on PS with the online. Well, how have I forgot?
Ghost.
Yes, that's it. Ghost of Tsushima, like that, but from the Xbox side. Those sort of games I want to see. Like some ninja running, jumping on rooftops, slashing man, throwing darts, something, man. Yeah, man.
All right, good. You know what? I like that everybody has their own take on what they want from the Xbox showcase. So, thank you guys very, very much. So, I'm going to jump in now. But
LJ, you gotta go on Bethesda Softworks.
oh yes, the link is in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, we'll do. Yeah.
If you go to when you go on a video, scroll back to the beginning where they've got a countdown.
Give it a couple seconds to catch up, and then I'm gonna press play now. All right.
Yeah, man, do your thing, bro.
All right, 20 seconds in. Well, 20 seconds left for it before it starts. So let's see what's to come.
I'm gonna turn it down though, man. It's loud.
Is it loud? Yeah.
Yeah, it's calm. It's calm. I'll just turn it down.
So this website is called Watch Together, guys. You might want to use it if you're doing your own thing as well. We can all watch at the same time, at the same pace. And we can all pause and everyone's video pauses. Here we go.
You saying you Xbox man excited? Look at
This
you,
guy's
man.
a funny guy, you know.
I know what this is already. Can just tell.
Rumor has it something's off.
What does this look like?
It looks like Wolf Among Us.
Nah, I know what it is. Redfall.
His plan was to investigate it.
I don't even
Oh,
remember that
Psychonaut.
game.
Is it? Oh, I don't know.
I have to turn that down.
It kind of looks like thing, you know, Borderlands, but a bit better. Because of the cartoony look.
Of course.
Okay, so we're starting off with another first-person shooter.
But
Yeah.
look at the quality. Look at that person knows how to customize a gun. Purple. Can't go wrong.
Purple looks like pink to me. Is it not pink?
Debatable. We'll leave it at that.
They're both yellow color, man.
Let's see what this is about. Because LJ
Definitely
loves his horror
Redfall. Because
games.
if I remember, Redfall was vampires and stuff, innit?
I don't even remember that game, honestly.
Yeah.
They showed it at the last showcase. Your Xbox man.
Oh yeah, it is.
Listen,
Yeah,
I'm
I
an
think it
old
is
man
Redfall.
now, and my memory is not what it used to be.
And they're not barking off correctly.
But the thing is, didn't you see the guy standing there before?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, in the air hovering. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Good animation though. I will say
Yeah.
that.
See, this is the kind of game I want to play in multiplayer.
I'll be honest,
I'm
I like what
sure.
I'm seeing, but I wouldn't be playing this.
Why not though?
I'm
As a
happy
group,
for it.
as a group.
Why
game-
not though? I'm sure they will make this. If they don't,
Oh look,
make
there was
this
another person
multiplayer-
there.
Yeah, if
Because
they don't
it's
make
just-
this multiplayer, they fumbled. They have
Yeah.
to.
You know?
It's just the way that gun was hitting, it was like it wasn't. And the kickback, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. It
But remember,
seems
these are
dead.
vampires, so
Bustling
you
historic-
can shoot them as much as you want.
Yeah,
I
but
guess. You
there
have to
was
do the
no
stake thing.
feed. There was no feed. When the slug hit him,
Then
there was nothing. There weren't no clothes opening, no blood.
people started
Well, it's early days. It's early days. Let's wait and see.
He wants to see the hyper realism, you know.
Yeah. Of course.
But it's 2022. we shouldn't be seeing that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Give me minimum, innit?
But guys, it's cartoony graphics, so
And these
graphics
are
wasn't their main
trashy
thing on this
movie
one, maybe.
vampires. These
Nah,
monsters
man, look at
blocked
the-
out the sun and
It's
pushed
made by
people
Arcane,
away
innit? The same people that made
from the
Deathloop.
from the outside world.
Don't get me wrong, I would watch.
I'd have to be stuck on an
I would
island
watch it.
full of
Someone else
vampires.
play it, though. I wouldn't be
Honest with
playing it.
y'all.
Even as a group thing.
Aw, thanks,
Huh?
Jacob.
Even as a group thing.
Oh, as a group thing, that's different. I would play the games. That
Yeah, I would.
normally-
Yeah, I would never play this by myself to see. No, it's only as a group I would play this. But the shooting looks alright with the rifles, though.
You know what's mad, yeah?
Experts on all
This sort of, when you're outside, reminds man of Sunset Overdrive. What if it was a darker version?
Yours truly.
I never played that game.
Ah,
I'm just like, nope.
Okay, said I beg to differ. You know.
That's his. He's lying, man. That's something kicked off his list.
it looks like a fun game though. But yeah, it's true.
It looks like
It's
a
not
game
fun
I'd like to play
multiplayer.
multiplayer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
But at the same time, if it had a good story, I wouldn't mind single player. It kind of gives me that type of,
Ghosting out.
I'd say, Wolfenstein type of, not really, but
fair enough. I see what you
the
mean.
way
there.
how it.
I see what you mean there.
Reminds me of Deathloop.
This done.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
My mark.
The art style.
Why didn't?
Oh shit, blood bag.
Nah, they better go back and complete that.
Complete what? The gun?
The game is what don't you lot see? They had the sniper on man's head and they try not shoot it.
This what was that game that we played with the zombies?
Rainbow
Blood.
Extract-
Back for Blood.
Back for Blood, yeah.
Kind of like a less hordy type of game.
Oh, I
but kinda
didn't
like
play that with you lot.
Yeah, this looks like it's 4-player multiplayer. I'll play this, man.
Yeah,
I'll
only if
play
it's
this.
4, man. Because
Yeah,
you know how these things are doing
They
free.
have to be the
player.
free these days, isn't it?
Exactly.
I'm seeing 4 characters, so
Yeah, I see 3 in front of you, so maybe it's 4.
And one of them's a computer, man.
Collective consciousness. That's
they
impossible.
better not do that.
They want to make things odd instead of even for some reason.
I used to come here all the time. Why'd they have to mess this up for me?
What do we think of this so far? This game?
Shit.
If you guys are on it, I'll buy it.
It's on Game Pass, yeah. We don't have to buy anything. It's fine. It's Game Pass, yeah. This is why Game Pass is so amazing. It makes the barrier to entry for gaming.
Yeah, Slay Alone or Squad Up.
Okay, good.
Cool.
But what?
I'll get
How
this.
many though?
Must be 4, man. Come on.
Yeah, let's just assume it's 4. Yeah, I'd play this. Only with the team though. Never by myself. This is not something I think I would enjoy by myself.
There we go. Oh, that's the Redfall thing. Anyway,
That's what man said. What's wrong with this guy?
bugging. But
Let's see
still,
it now.
Hold on. What was the release date?
2023.
Just said, 2023, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So we have like a good.
I'll be honest. I'm only playing that if it's for you.
Yes, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this.
I said yes.
I've been waiting for this. It's the sequel to Hollow Knight.
Yo, I've never heard him shout before.
What? Can you play games like this?
Wow.
Hey, it's a serious game.
This
still. It's a
is
serious game.
LJ. In this looks good though. This looks hard.
I was saying
Serious
earlier
game,
that
That's
you
why I'm
might,
surprised. That's why I'm saying it.
that you and Heights might like this because you guys liked that dungeon one where the guy would die and go back to the start.
What, Hades? This is
Hades.
not like Hades.
No, but you know, like a
Yo.
similar type of cartoony hard game.
This looks hard though. This is cold.
It's like Metroidvania, isn't it?
Not my thing.
Did any of you lot play that Ori game?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you know what? I've always
I
wanted
played
to
it for
try it
a
out.
bit.
I did. It's on Game Pass. I played it on Game Pass. That was one of the first ones I ever played on Game Pass.
You like it, yeah?
Not for me.
I didn't finish it, but I liked it though.
Hollow Knight Silk Song. All
I
right,
thought it was
LJ?
coming on Switch first, though. I don't know it was coming on Xbox.
It probably is, but you're not gonna say that here.
True.
This guy, you know, don't true him. Don't.
Where do you
True
wanna
though, they
play,
wouldn't
though?
though. When you watch the Sony one, they don't say it's coming on Xbox.
Alright, Splatoon.
Ah, no, don't be silly.
It did have the paint effect like it
We're gonna
though.
have to take out the entire alien drug cartel.
Rick and Morty. So
You're just gonna leave me here in
Said from the creators of Rick and Morty.
Everybody
but that guy's voice is thing,
Does
isn't
sound
it?
like Rick and Morty, yeah.
Yeah.
His Morty's voice, yeah.
friends, they're Gatlians just like me.
You know the guy who makes that thing, he voices Rick and Morty. I read that somewhere.
What, the guy who created it?
Yeah, he voices both of the characters.
Okay.
Children, they die fast. Don't worry, it's easy to make more.
He says it's easy to make more of his children.
This looks alright.
It's
But
alright.
it's just
yeah.
another first person.
The shooter console, yeah, come on.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they're the opposites, innit?
Yeah.
Not really my thing, but it looks fun.
It looks fun, but I don't think
Yeah.
I'd pick up. I think
PS
it's
is
made
first
by
person and Xbox is first person, innit?
facts.
This looks like the thing from Star Wars.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was one of you lot. You know.
I swear, I thought that was Ray's daughter came in and said hi. Oh, she did. There she is.
Oh, what it was?
That confused the hell out of me.
Aye, that free man.
Focused on games that you play over the next 12 months. You're going to see more gameplay than we've ever had in a show. Industry-defining racing experiences, gripping narratives, compelling strategy titles, and my favorite, the most anticipated open-world RPG of the last 20 years. All playable in the year ahead. And the best part
You believe her?
That's the thing. I'm like, yo, she's hyping up too mad. Imagine if this presentation turns out to be like great.
I like her dress though.
Who you want, where you want, and when you want. Today we're going to show you where the
Not bad. It's not bad.
are coming to Game Pass, and that is on top of the hundreds of titles coming members over the next year. Our next announcement shows that the benefits of Game Pass go well beyond the console. We are thrilled to be working with an iconic team that has built some of the most played, most
You know
watched
what?
franchises.
While
in
this
the
woman's
entire
waffling, yeah.
And now,
What, Elge?
all
More
Game
to
Pass
you,
members
yeah?
will be able
Did
to
you
unlock the benefits for these
because of the
incredible
games you kind of like, have you ever played Overwatch? Because that game was fun still.
I said, have you ever played Overwatch?
I want a
you're
tournament.
talking to.
Listen,
Is
I'm
it?
talking to
this
an
guy
Overwatch champion.
made me
Bro.
buy Overwatch at uni, yo.
Watch plays with friends.
So how comes none of you lot said you want another Overwatch? Why haven't we played that either?
You already know there's another Overwatch coming though.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Overwatch 2 been
I'm
announced,
not,
hasn't it?
I'm not gonna lie, I
Long
didn't
time.
know that. What, we
Long
might as
time,
well
like a
play
whole
that.
year ago they announced that.
Yeah, they
might as
even
well
had
get
an
into
alpha
that.
gameplay.
I swear they even had a thing the other day.
Yeah,
beta
alpha,
for it.
yeah.
Yeah, or whatever you want to call it.
Well, they let you guys into the alpha.
Select cards and
Yeah, people was playing it on Twitch and that.
That's
crazy, okay.
And none of you lot put this in the group where you want to talk about bug snaps. You ain't serious, man's calm down still. Done.
No, man.
Are you not seeing what they just said? All the Riot games are coming to Game Pass.
All what, sorry?
Riot games, so I think that's like League of Legends and all that.
Oh, okay.
Not bad. That's actually major, actually, when you think of it, because League of Legends is like one of the biggest games.
Looks like it's moving slow for me. Is it moving slow for you guys?
No. I just recognize this girl from the League of Legends show on Netflix, bro. I've never played League of Legends in my life, but I recognize her from the show. The show on Netflix is really good, by the way. Like really good.
Yeah. This game has such a big following, esports following. Okay, who wants this?
Not me.
Hypes?
If you want to be in there, sit down back there.
No, I'm good. If it was Magic and that, because I'll mess with those sort of games still.
What's this, a card game, fam?
Yeah, Magic is a card game. That's, yeah, see. Magic is hard. And what's the up one? Ring of Pain or something? But I'm not gonna lie, the audio's a bit mad, you know. I feel like it just gets loud and then...
It's just because there's music playing, I think.
We should actually try out Valorant, you know. It's a serious game.
Yeah, Valorant is. I mean, if it's coming to Game Pass, might as well give it a go.
We have no excuse not to try stuff on Xbox because Game Pass is there. So if someone says download this, it's not like we have to say how much is it. Like the other day when Ray said, what game was that you said again?
I don't know.
That was like £65 on PlayStation.
Oh, the Quarry.
The Quarry, that's it. That's gonna be a hard one to bite for me.
I told you, just game share with JJ, man. You're good to go.
Can I play that shooting game on your...
Hello.
Get a headset, man.
Bye.
I'm sorry, Amicia.
A Sobo.
He's not dead yet.
How we feeling about this so far, though?
Oh, I know this. I know what this is.
I
This
mean,
is
it's like
Plague
Tale, yeah. I never liked the first one.
You know, they started with a lot of gameplay.
Yeah, which is new.
Like they said, that's good.
So I like that for them. But
Yeah, it's a
nothing
good
that
move,
relates
based
to
on
me. Only one and wait, why didn't you like a Plague's Tale? That was good, man.
You know what?
Ron don't like nothing, man.
Listen, if there's not a gun, I don't think it's for me.
I'm done with you, man. Go back and try again, man.
I haven't played the first one. I think I got it.
I
from
tried
when
it
they
twice,
gave
you
it
know.
to us for. They gave it to us for free. And,
Yeah, it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, yeah.
It's on
PS
Game
Plus.
Pass, but they gave it to us for free, right? And PS Plus as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got it. I think I got it there in my library still.
And I think it was kind of this jump scare type of thing where you don't have control over everything. You just have to get everything timed perfectly. I don't mind kind of thing that.
I don't know. I didn't feel like. To me, it was just like another
Yeah,
assassin.
she's dangerous now. This is not how she was before.
You should shoot a
One thing I have noticed though, yeah, and I don't know if it's just the screen I'm watching it on, the graphics in the first one does seem better. But
I think it's the lighting on the first one was really
Yeah, man. It might be just because you're watching it like on YouTube. Isn't it?
Yeah. And then we're watching through this thing as well. Okay, so this boy's gonna show some powers now. All right. So yeah, guys, this young
coming
boy
straight to
can
Game
control
Pass. That's
Rex.
good then. You can control Rex.
Yeah, I think that's his thing, isn't it?
Okay, I haven't
the
played
way
it.
man put you just listen, forget what Rod said, just go play it. I'm done, you know.
Forza. Motorsport though, motorsport.
You know what man didn't mention? What happened? I know some of you lot weren't really a fan of it, but Scorn, in fact, let's watch this.
It might come. It might come. I guarantee they're showing this. They have to.
Oh,
See, that was kind of a Fast and Furious kind of thing, wasn't it?
But this is motorsport though. This is the one that's more like
realistic.
It's a racing simulator.
Yeah.
This one's this is the one that's similar to Gran Turismo, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's basically just track
know
races.
You play
That's
anyway.
what I
I'm
like.
involved in most games.
Hold on. I know you're not watching this, but what do you think is going to be their big game that they're going to show? Like, you know, like the one they always show at the end.
Yeah.
I think
Anime.
I just think it's going to be Starfield, personally.
You think so?
Wait, what is
I mean, we've known about Starfield for like 4 years.
Oh,
now. They
Starfield.
haven't shown nothing.
True. It makes sense for it to be Starfield.
Maybe another Gears.
Maybe a random exclusive
That's what I
that's
want.
from one of
I
the
want-
main
I
teams.
want
Like
Gear
a,
6.
not Mortal Kombat, but like maybe an X-Men game.
Yeah, right.
I think Gears is good, but I don't see the hype behind Gears that everyone sees. But Gears is good. I think it's just good.
The next Batman.
Gears for me is the Xbox. That's the best game on the Xbox.
No,
Serious.
That's the best. You know, best exclusive, blood.
Including techniques like real-time ray tracing on track. This is the most technically advanced racing game ever made.
You sure you don't think so, Hypes?
We're excited to show
no
you
way.
What's you lot's best exclusive?
Forza Motorsport.
I don't know, but I'm
Yeah, neither do I actually.
objecting to that.
Okay, in the last 2 years, Halo.
Man said in the last 2 years. Let's
Infinite.
be honest, Halo's you lot's mascot, innit?
Yeah.
Hellblade is way
best?
better. Wait, are you saying personally? Or are you saying
Hellblade. That game's
Wow.
like 5 hours long or something like that. bro.
It don't
That's your
matter.
best
Yeah, it's
exclusive.
still good.
quality
though.
over quality?
That's your best exclusive.
I mean, I don't think so.
I'm
I
not
think it's
saying
all
Halo.
of
everyone,
Gears,
I'm just saying
you've
what's
got
better
5
than
Gears
Gears.
so far, and Hellblade's your best exclusive.
Gears always felt sluggish to me, yo. Maybe it's because I'm
this is
so
why- this is
entrenched
why
in first
man,
person.
Team Sony
because
still look, you lot can't even decide, fam.
I think it's Halo for me. But if it's
Fair enough.
if it's Hellblade for hypes, then fair enough.
Nah.
You said no.
And the worst thing is, man ain't even talk out this. I'm just saying Gears ain't number one.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So what's number one? That's what I'm asking.
I don't know. I play too many games.
That sounds like a sucker, you know.
Okay, for shooters it would have to be Halo. For racing, obviously, Forza is the only thing we really have. For fighting, what's that one called again?
Bring a new level of realism to the
Oh
track.
God. Can you guys not remind me the fighting game that they have with the big
Oh,
wolf
Killer
thing?
Instinct.
Killer Instinct. But I don't think
You never know. They might release the next thing.
Yeah, they might do another Killer Instinct. You never know.
Okay, we kind of need to skip this one now. This is.
I don't care about this. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Yeah.
Nah.
Microsoft longest running
franchise. What's that?
Wait, what's that?
Helicopters, gliders, and aircraft.
Oh,
it's Flight Simulator. Yeah, it must be.
Oh, bro.
We're gonna have to sit through this one.
This is Hypage's #1 Xbox exclusive still.
The world knows you're lying to yourself. The world knows. Not me, brother.
Yeah, this is your favorite.
One of us should actually do a review on this, though.
Yeah, Hypes,
Go
bro.
for it. Go for it.
It's got to be Hypes, bro. It's got to be Hypes or Rodney, bro. Those are the Xbox ambassadors.
No, I can't. Listen, I can't even fly in GTA, much less a realistic thing like this. No. Right. So, who wants to vote to skip?
Skip this, man.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think this is. Guys, that was Flight Simulator. Flight Simulator is about planes.
40th anniversary. Nice one.
What's this now?
Ron, why aren't you losing your mind?
I'm thinking, is this the Halo? I heard the music and I was like, am I the only one hearing the music?
Ray, on mute.
My bad.
Huh. Okay. That's happened.
Free add-on available. What is the add-on?
Oh, get on me! I do the older.
Nah, Xbox is amazing, bro.
Blizzard. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
For people who like Halo and for people who like Flight Simulator, it's a good addition, I guess.
You're the real voice of reason,
Hey,
bro. What's this
okay.
Overwatch?
And you deserve.
Yep.
Why can't
What
I
are you
hear
saying?
nothing?
So we're all getting it and gonna play, yeah?
Well, it's
Why
game.
can't I hear
It'd
nothing?
be
You
nice.
don't hear anything.
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah.
I Elge, because these lot always say and don't commit. I'll see you on it, yeah. Okay.
Hang on, why is that?
Even the best journeys end.
Yeah, I'm down to play this game, innit?
Is this
I'm
2 or
up
1?
to play it still.
Did someone, one of you lot turn it down, fam?
No,
Nah.
I can
I
hear
just
it.
have to turn my thing all the way up to the top, and I can hear it now. But
Let's take him to the wasteland.
anyway, whatever.
Is this the second one?
Yeah, Overwatch 2, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man's got it on recording that you said you're on it, you know.
Yeah, man. Oh, it's free to play.
Oh, that's what it is.
I remember this guy.
Yo.
Yo.
Oh. I got it. The mixer, my mixer. Hello, what the hell are you doing?
I'm doing the jump the rep game.
My girl's playing the Switch back there. I was thinking, what's she doing, bro? We used to go to the toilet or something.
Oh, cat.
Raw.
Oi, nah, play something else.
Stay nice.
Well, I'm recording right now, babes.
That was fun.
Does this excite you, LJ? You get your blood flowing.
Not as much. Just because they took too long.
It's been a while, isn't it?
Yeah, they took too long, man. They should have. If they released it, I'd say 2020, maybe. But
Because we were playing this
Took too
back in
long.
uni, and even then, I started playing this late.
yeah.
So- It's been a while.
But here I am. A free for all. With 0 rules.
But it's nice that they're announcing new characters, though.
But
Gets the throne. King Howell has never lost. Not Not in 13 years of rule.
On the battlefield.
Not until today.
It's good that it's free to play, but I'm assuming it's going to be filled with microtransactions.
Oh yeah, definitely. Even the first one was
Yeah.
filled with microtransactions.
Everything is now. Loot boxes is the way forward.
Yeah.
True. But I'm happy that it's free to play because I don't think a lot of people would want to play Overwatch 2 if it wasn't like cheaper, because it's literally the same game apart from new characters and improved graphics.
And there's so many other games like it now that
hopefully there's more maps from the beginning.
Exactly.
This looks like
yeah.
What's this? Oh, I thought this was Fable.
Nah, this
What's
is
this,
looking
Assassin's
like
Creed?
Assassins, yeah, trust. It's looking like Assassins.
Boy, what's the man them saying so far? It's a bit dead, you know. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Average.
They're not in Tokyo, so I'm not involved. No, I'm playing.
What is London again?
What's
No,
this?
this is
This
New
ain't
York.
Assassin's Creed.
No, this
Nah,
can't
it's
be.
definitely not. Well, it could be because they're going through some of the.
You lot are
Time
violated.
periods.
Saw a man with a top hat and said no. Can't be.
Nah, because they went to London, innit? Hey, that weren't me.
What's this?
This is just like Monopoly or something.
Oh, I thought that's Upper, man.
I said you Upper? What from Avatar? This is that civilization game, no?
Oh, it is. You're right. It is.
Well, some people love that game. I'm just not one of them. So
I don't think any of us are. Oh, it's not. History Untold.
okay.
You excited by that new game?
I mean, I didn't really see nothing apart from them going through the
Yeah.
different periods. I need to
Didn't
see.
they say they're sharing more gameplay today?
It's good to be here.
Well, we're not even halfway through yet, so
Biggest year yet.
I swear we got that thing in 2 days as well. The follow
tomorrow.
up. That
Ain't
they
tomorrow.
what thing is
Oh, I thought it was 14th.
First look at gameplay.
I might be wrong.
that? What thing is that?
Redfall's
They
from the
announced
studio
some
that brought us
follow up
Dishonored
thing
and
to
Prey.
this.
It's got so much of Arcane's DNA coursing
With
through its
gameplay
veins.
or just random?
Compelling heroes, open world
It's like a
campaign,
follow-up,
and
basically, like
customization.
taking more deep
Solo with
dives.
friends,
Okay,
we can't
okay.
wait for you to play Redfall
Well-
when it releases early next year. If you're looking for something to sink your teeth
It's
into right
weird
now,
that they-
we've got the Elder Scrolls Online, where you can adventure alongside one of the biggest and most welcoming communities in gaming. This year's ZeniMax Online Studio.
You lot don't seem like
is new
Xbox
somewhere
fanboys, though.
that has never been explored in
No,
any
we have to
Elder
be
Scrolls
fair.
game.
I mean,
He's
I wouldn't say I'm a
He's trying
fanboy.
to draw me now. I'm gonna
Comes the Xbox.
leave
No,
it
I
to
just thought you lot would be more excited than that.
Yeah, but
I'm-
I'm excited.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because-
I'll show more hype.
By what? Yeah, LJ showed a bit more hype than you lot. I thought you lot were the Xbox fans still.
No, but we have to be honest.
Yeah,
I
I
have to be
don't.
honest.
This you
You
see
are-
what you just proved. That's what
are-
you the fanboys do over in Sony when they just jump at any game.
You are Xbox fan, but you're just disappointed at Xbox fans.
I'm definitely not. I get excited for what I think is good. I don't
Yeah,
just do
that's
it
it.
as a whole. You hear me? The
basically
game don't
there's-
appeal to
so
me. A game
basically
don't
the-
appeal. I can't force it.
So basically, you're more excited about the games that come out on PlayStation than on Xbox.
No, because you don't see me jumping through the whole of their thing either. Like I said, on both consoles, if a game comes out that's good, then I'm excited. If I like it, not
But
because the
Xbox,
console I'm gonna jump at every game.
but
I leave that
Xbox-
to you
but
though.
Xbox is your preference, though.
Yeah, it's mine as well for a few reasons. But I mean,
But not for the games.
for some of the games, yeah.
Fallout turns 25 this year. As we celebrate the
Oh,
legacy
Fallout,
of this
okay.
storied franchise,
76
Bethesda
though.
Game Studios brings 76 players out of Appalachia for the first time and returns to a beloved location.
But they have updated Bethesda a lot. Loads of people said it's actually good now. But
You said that.
people online said from where it was to where it is now.
Oh yeah. I get where you're coming from.
Maybe good is a strong word, but but I do love Fallout though. Fallout is my thing. Like Skyrim is not my thing, but Fallout is amazing in my opinion.
See, whatever this is, I couldn't play it. Did you see the shape of her head?
No,
It's Fallout, bro.
Yeah, I'm not playing it.
it's
It's
co-op.
been out for long.
Yeah, it's been out for
What,
years.
and looking like this? Did you? No.
This has been out for long. How long's Fallout 76 been out? About what, 4 years? 4 years?
Maybe 3 years, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is you lot's type of game.
Nah, this is an Xbox. This is an Xbox game, bro. This is a Bethesda game.
The Fallout has a big following, but that last one, which is this one, got a lot of trash.
Is that? I can see why. I mean, I like the music though.
I think what they need to do with Fallout is what they did with Fallout 4, single player-ish story, co-op that, let everyone create their own character in the same bunker and go out together. That's what they need to do.
Maybe so.
Yeah, but then now you might get your Fable.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they're gonna announce Fable.
They bloody should.
I don't.
Bethesda Game Studios has been busy, and not just with Fallout 76. After defining the role-playing genre with hits like Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout 3,
Oblivion,
and Fallout 4,
yeah.
they're going even bigger with Starfield.
Hey.
Later in the show, my good friend Todd Howard will be here to reveal more of their next epic RPG.
I guess you were right, Ray. Starfield it
So we'll
is.
see Starfield.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not last though.
It probably will be last.
I think it will be. I think it will be the big game that they show still.
Either last or very close. Forza Horizon 5.
They're gonna probably have some add-ons.
Ooh.
It is a good game.
Did you play it?
Yeah. I played it. Haven't played it like big.
We still haven't played together though.
Oh, it's got the Hot Wheels things on. Okay, cool.
Oh. Okay. So they
They did
add
this
the
with
Need for Speed
Horizon.
thing, but they did
I think.
the Hot Wheels thing then.
Yeah, they did the Hot Wheels
Oh,
thing.
they had
with
that, yeah.
Horizon
they
3.
done that.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say because
So
This looks like something I'd play more than Gran Turismo.
Because it looks more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wacky nitro. Well, they added the nitrous there. Game Pass, we might as well try it.
No, it's got nothing on Mario Kart though.
No, come on, nothing does. Nothing does. That game has 30 years plus, solid.
Solid.
That's probably still my favorite racing game of all time.
Well, our friend Diddy Kong Racing in the hat still.
Yeah, I've never played that one.
and it's violated.
That one don't surprise me.
My dad tells
What, Diddy Kong Racing? Bad boy game.
happened across the sky. Heroes fought and died.
LJ looks bored as hell, boy.
No, I'm just curious on what this is.
This looks like
Looks like Fable or Ark.
That's what I was gonna say.
Ark. It's Ark.
Yeah, it
must
could be Ark.
Dinosaurs, yeah, it must be.
I think the last time they involved with the update, they done that big one with the Rock or one of them people anyway.
Vin Diesel.
Oh, what's going on?
Could also be Jurassic World now that movie's
Oh
coming
yeah, they do have a Jurassic World game as well.
This
Oh,
is
yeah,
art,
it is,
but yeah, showing him, yeah.
Next, you're gonna see
Let's go see what Twitter's saying.
Is it Need for Speed? Not Need for Speed. What's the film he's in again? Fast and Furious. Back in
Man
the
said the
dinosaur
film
time.
like it's one, you know.
No. The only thing left for them to do in that film is the time travel, yo. That's literally the only thing left.
You said time travel.
Yeah.
We say
They were
the
in
boy-
space the last time, Bridget. Space.
Oh gosh.
Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine is making some big moves, I have to say.
I'm not gonna lie. Twitter is saying that it's embarrassing.
Again. Oof.
Man.
Then we'll go into that stuff after.
Oh,
that
here's
don't
that
make
game.
sense.
What game?
Scorn, yeah.
Oh, that one.
He's saying I got to see one of the things at least. Let's see what they do with it. You see what I mean? How it splattered when the
I want to know the premise behind this game because
kill and survive.
I haven't. I
Man
have a
can't say
feeling.
they didn't do the details nice for this. I'm definitely still playing this so far. I haven't seen nothing I didn't
know what's gonna come up before.
Yeah.
Personally, I think this game is going to be very similar to Returnal.
Yeah, but it could be. Obviously,
No, are you dumb, bro?
No, when I say it's roguelike, that's what I'm kind of
Don't
like.
take the piss.
Get out of here, man.
You don't think so?
No, I don't. I really don't.
We saw them as saviors.
I think it looks a bit too slow for that.
Oh no, yeah. It's not fast paced, but I think it will be that type of game setting.
Well, in terms of the setting, yeah, I'll say that. But it ain't gonna be.
Nah, it's not fast paced like Returnal now.
I think it's meant to be more realistic.
It's not gonna get the blood moving still.
Okay.
This looks decent though.
Yeah.
It's like my kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, I could play this.
Third person melee and that. It's like my kind of thing still.
Yo, you know what might be lost?
Okay.
They might announce Scalebound.
No way.
Yeah.
There's
Get
no
out of here.
way.
But this looks decent though.
This looks good.
Okay, Xbox. Did it say? Sorry, I wasn't watching, but did it say exclusive at the start?
No, I didn't see that. I could play this. I could play
If it comes to Game Pass, I'll be playing it on Game Pass. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, everything here is coming to Game Pass, sure.
So we've finally landed on a game that we're like all mutually excited for, yeah.
Well, I'm excited for it.
How far are we into the showcase?
I'm excited for a couple things already. So
hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, that's up.
No, how far are we into the showcase?
Well, I'm not sure.
LJ,
I don't know.
Oh, you can't check, no?
No, it doesn't. Nah, it doesn't say.
Oh.
Yeah, man. This looks good. Yeah, this looks decent.
This looks like how I expected. What's that game that's coming out on PlayStation?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
this is kind of like how I expected Forspoken to look.
Yeah.
This looks like, you get me, even though Forspoken's more magic in that, this is how I expected it to play and run. That game just looks messy, blood. But this looks actually good. And it's coming to Game Pass, so
early 2023. It looks good.
Yeah, it's good. It looks very good. So that's why I'm saying Xbox gonna have a lot of games coming out next year. World premiere.
All right. Look at who I'll go on now. Oh God.
Minecraft, baby.
A new game.
Oh wow.
Okay.
A new Minecraft game, Hypes. You saying?
No, from the creators.
I leave that to you. No, what man's cussing, but no.
They might do that thing. There was like a story mode that they had one time.
Yeah, Dave something or another.
To our shared story.
I really don't get how this game is so big. You know,
I don't get it, man. But it's the kids. It's kids.
No, man, it's grown people playing this because the money that's gone into it can't be the kids, man. This is each to their own, though.
I think Telltale did a adaptation one time.
Yeah.
So it might be something similar where it's like story driven.
Oh, what was that game back in the days? Cameo? Something that, anyway. They should
I remember Cameo, yeah.
Do something like that, man.
On Xbox.
360. Yeah. See, you know that game.
Okay, this doesn't really look like my thing still.
Change the world forever.
I mean, one thing we can say about Xbox is they're definitely diverse. They're catering to all, innit?
Oh yeah.
United by you.
What is? They just changed the way how the game looks now. It's looking more like some game called Trove. I don't know if you guys know about that game.
No, I don't know about that one.
No, sir.
Minecraft Legends.
Strategy
Strategy game. All right, fair enough. I wish them well.
What's the last thing that happened in Shadow of Mordor?
I haven't even played that game fully. I haven't finished it.
I bet you go play them. You're playing about, you know. You're
Trying.
a different sort of
Why? So much games to play, yo.
I remember when you first arrived. You
Ooh.
made quite the entrance.
Oh, hey, yo, we could see another Titanfall.
I
you
was
know?
just
No,
gonna
obviously
say that.
not this.
I
But
thought-
we could see
I was
another-
gonna say you're
As soon
violating.
as soon as I saw the
But-
mech thing, I was like, Titanfall could come actually.
This is a Ray game, you know. There's silliness here.
Yeah.
Titanfall was very good though.
Okay,
No, this looks a bit silly.
a bit. I don't know how. Yeah.
See, these kind of games, I think they're either engine demos or the features from these games should be incorporated into other games. Like, not be a game by
Oh.
itself.
You know what? Yeah, seeing this it made me think of some farming thing, which made me think
What's
of
this farming simulator?
It could be.
No, I don't think so.
No, the graphics look too good for that.
Yeah.
But
Man, why
Overcooked,
you touching my
man must
thing,
can
bro?
get another one or another chef thing.
Sorry, we got more company now, guys.
Well, what's Harry?
So we got more company now. Right?
Yeah, man, that's fine.
Hey.
Lightyear Frontier, okay.
Okay.
You excited for that, guys?
You lot do your thing. You.
Stop.
This is looking like some Pokemon thing still.
Garment Fire Reborn. This looks
We'll
like
play co-op, you lot.
Hey, come, let's do
That's
this,
what
guys.
That's what I saw.
Art style. Yeah, man.
Man saw a Rasengan. You hear me?
Yeah, we might as well. 4-player.
Ron, you're not interested in this.
I'm not, but it's
I know you well enough.
Of course not.
This looks like a cartoon version of Halo. No, I'm playing.
This kind of looks like a more cartoony version of Overwatch.
What? I don't. You don't want to see what's that game they showed a couple years back? Avowed.
I know what you're talking about. I don't think
I don't
I'd
mind,
actually
but
play
I'm
it.
not-
It looks.
No, you lot are not.
Wasn't it you that said that there was a leak that said it had guns in it now?
Yeah.
I can't see the connection because in my head when I saw that game,
It's
I
like a
saw
bow and arrow thing.
Yeah. So I can't see the connection unless it's like a one pop thing. Boom. Reload in 10 seconds. Boom. But I can't see it.
Hi. What's this one now?
Bad
Like in the
neighbor or
music.
something. That's
Night
what
at
it's
the
looking
museum.
like, Bad neighbor.
Foolishness like that.
I said nah, the museum.
It seems like an indie type game, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it does. It does. We get a lot of these horror themed games these days, though. Side scroller.
Yeah, not for me.
Already, you know, you passed that judgment. Looks alright.
Yeah.
It looks like a Game Pass game. Let me say that.
Actually, the combat looks alright. So he's possessed, he has a demon, he's a demon.
Would you play this, Haps? I think I'd give this a go.
Don't know. I feel like there would have to be purpose, like trying to scare someone, or I'd make. I don't know, man.
So basically, no. I think I'd give this
Actually,
a go.
to try toughen up the little ones, I'll make them play.
The Last Case of Benedict Fox. Spring 2023. You got a lot of games coming next year, though.
Next year's gonna be busy, boy. Game Pass is gonna be busy next year.
No, didn't you get the memo? They're all getting released in December.
I am excited to be here today to tell you more about Interior Nights' first original creation.
I think they showed this game last year, no?
It started
What?
with the
As
design
This game, As Dusk Falls.
It's like a survival.
Was this the ultra realistic one?
can enjoy together.
I don't know.
Where the guy was in a building with a hat and a long coat.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Is it
I
not?
don't think it's that one.
No? That one looked really good.
This game is
I'm trying to see more of what Twitter's saying right now, boy.
What are they saying?
Oh, okay, nah, not this type of game, nah.
What's this, some comic book thing? Some Telltale thing?
Nah, it's not Telltale, man.
But it's like some storytelling thing where you just press the buttons and.
That gives you agency over the lives of far from perfect human beings.
Someone said Flintlock looks like a clunky Forspoken. I disagree with that one. They're highly skilled.
Yeah, it should be the other way around.
It looked like the other way around. Imagine that the tweet right underneath that says Flintlock looks like a better Forspoken.
Exactly, exactly.
That's funny. But see, that's what I'm saying. We got good judgment on games though.
Oh, we're still watching this. I thought it was the next another thing I was watching.
Wasn't taking the scenic route your idea?
Stop touching. You can skip it if you like.
Yeah, I think we should skip this. Sorry guys, this is not something that any of us here are interested in. I think.
So what, we skipping?
I vote
seems
skip.
a little in June.
Hypes, vote to skip or not to skip?
What? What's happened? Oh yeah, good skip.
They gave it a lot of time though. It's like 3-4 skips. July
That's
19th.
coming soon.
Wow, that's next month.
And it is an 8-player game.
Huh.
Well, it might be kind of like the Quarry then. I actually got no enthusiasm in his voice, boy.
Wait!
What did you say?
Hold up.
What did you say, Ray?
No, hold on. Let's see.
As soon as he saw the blade, that was it.
You know what? Yeah. You lot. What did I say I wanted to see?
Yeah, you did say it. You did. You're right.
What this game?
This is my sort of stuff. Men's look, rooftop ninjas, slashing.
Apple, pig.
And I'm there we go. I can sign off now. I got what I wanted.
60 players, so I'm guessing it's gonna be like a mini.
It's a battle royale.
Yeah.
You ain't ready for these.
This is definitely your kind of
Milo,
game.
turn that down now.
Man, see Ashura. Hey, they should do us another Ashura's Rough. You know that game's gang. But anyway. With this alone, man's happy, and this is on what? Game Pass?
Yeah, I think it's already out on PC, you know.
What,
But it's not going Xbox. I could be wrong.
Yeah, because it said for the coming to console for the first time.
Yeah, it says new campaign mode as well, so I'm guessing so.
No, you need to sit down.
There you go, Hypes. You're welcome.
Some Game Pass.
June. Wait, that's
23.
this month.
That's next
That's in a
week.
minute.
Well, in 2 weeks.
You lot. Yeah, man. My phone. Yeah. Don't disturb everybody. Unless you're not involved. This. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try it out.
I think that'll be a bit too hard for me. I'm not gonna lie.
You got it, man. No, that was perfect. How could man?
Another indie.
It looked decent.
Thank you, Rayman. Appreciate it.
Do I do the honors, guys?
Yeah.
What is this, man? Come on, man. You look. Hey, listen. At some point,
You know what, though? You know what?
You gotta say like, nah.
No, one thing I will say is, which they've been doing also, which I did say, please not, is man's hardly got any indies, which is good for me, but I mean, like, they hardly put any in, so we can't even cost. They're normally indie heavy, unless they're stacking them for the end.
It's just that run type of game. Bro, what's this on my screen? A fly fam? Oh.
That's a mosquito, actually.
I thought it was on my thing, you know?
Oh,
this
this
is
is grounded.
Grounded.
Game this is. This is Grounded. Yeah.
I started to play this, then I got bored.
What is this multiplayer? Is that multiplayer?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
We could actually all play it together, to be honest. But
Boy. Shh. What are you doing, my boy? Don't touch.
Ron, was there an end goal on this?
I don't know. Never played long enough. I think you're trying to find either your friends or just survive. You can't hear a word you're saying, Ray. You know, right?
I know. You don't want to hear what I'm saying.
Because I thought the end goal was just to get bigger again.
That's what I thought because of
film, it says the full. Yeah, it says that this is now the full story. So I'm assuming that there's an end goal now.
Right.
Yeah, I'll leave that to you two.
Yeah, I never liked it that much. It was alright, but again, it's co-op, so maybe it'll be better in co-op. I think they need to stop showing this screen now. Play with Game Pass.
And then, so every game is it world premiere?
Here we go. Console launch exclusive.
Meaning.
Ooh, guess the game, guys. Guess the game.
Helios. They search for someone who does not exist. The shadow. The forgotten child.
Please be third person. Please be third person.
Race. Lost. Until now.
Wow, I wasn't expecting to hear that. I thought you would like the first person thing.
No, games like this, I like both, but again, I think a game that looks like this would be better in third person action. Okay, so she can corrupt machines, alright.
But I am not their hope. I am their reckoning.
Okay.
Oh no, this reminds me of something. Oh, Aragami, in a sense.
Oh, so she sticks to the shadows, alright.
They will not.
I would give this a try, yeah, I would say the same.
Because their light is a lie.
Not super excited, but I'll give it a try.
It's alright.
I think Microsoft needs to split their showcases into two. Have one for all of this stuff.
No. Are you saying that because you're bored?
No. Kinda.
No.
What's this?
I can't lie, that's strange. This has actually been, even though there ain't bare games that I picked, but this has been definitely to me the best showcase they've done. It's structured correctly because they've took a long time to get their order. Normally, man's upset with, but
I'm glad you can admit that.
this is good still.
What's this? This has got my attention.
The only thing with games like this, yeah, well, man don't know if it is like where the story's good and then it ends up being completely different. It's not a gameplay game. It don't matter.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Can you man see me on the screen?
Nah.
This could be Warhammer either. No, it's not.
They showed Warhammer the other day at Summer Games Fest. I swear Warhammer's going straight into Game Pass, the new one.
I wouldn't be surprised because the other one was. That's what I was playing on.
They need to show gameplay of this.
Yeah.
Because it looks like something that I might enjoy.
That's what I'm saying. I hope they're not trying to catfish, man.
Again, something like this would be like
card game, innit?
A good third-person action game again.
All the money went to the
My camera ran out of battery. Just charging now.
One of you lot touch?
No, that was you.
Skipped a bit, innit?
Mm.
It's Diablo.
Bro, how did men not? Yeah.
Yo.
Yo.
What's a yo?
You have to sit still, fam.
Oh, so
Give me
new
this
class.
I'm very excited to announce our 5th and final class, the Necromancer, a
Rod
commander
Ferguson.
of the undead who joins the other iconic classes around the campfire in Diablo 4. These include the mighty barbarian, the elemental sorceress, the crafty rogue,
LJ.
and the powerful druid.
Yeah, my camera's messed up.
Because the demon Lilith, god of hatred, has returned.
Oh, did you need it to be
spreading
skipped?
corruption and evil as she fights to reclaim our dark gothic world as her own. And it's up to you to stop her. Now, Diablo 4 is the culmination of the 25-year history of the franchise, building on top of the best of what's come before with some
Let me go back on Twitter.
twists all its own.
See what the people that are saying.
By watching, for the first time, I might add, some
But that's ahead of us,
Xbox
remember,
Series
so.
X gameplay. While hearing from a few
Well, I'm not going to read anything that we haven't seen. I mean, I'm smart enough to know that. Bro.
Got some gameplay.
Everything you see, we got some gameplay for Diablo, yeah?
I've never played this game before. Right?
RPG, melding monster slaying and loot collecting with a fully realized open world.
It's not for the faint of heart. It's
You know what?
gory
That
and
top-down action thing can
unnerving.
work.
It's creepy.
Diablo 4 is all about player choice.
This could work.
All of the pillars of a Diablo game and just expands them with all of the new features.
Even the Xbox man are saying, boy, it's a bit brazen.
What do you guys think about this one?
I would play it. It's just a new class though. The game's already a good game.
Okay. I've never played it before.
The customization looks decent.
Can you play as co-op or a single player only?
I don't know. I haven't played this before neither, but I don't know if this is my kind of game though. The top-down thing is not appealing to me still.
I kind of like the top-down thing sometimes. But
Like, it has to work for Hades. It works for me.
I think it only work for action. There's some shooting games that have the top-down thing. It doesn't work for those.
Your journey that you take throughout Diablo 4 is your own. There's no linear path that you have to follow.
We've got almost 150 dungeons in the game.
There's all kinds of surprises as you're exploring.
Strongholds are an enemy territory that you need to reclaim.
Oh, on another note, sorry. Totally away from gaming. Squid Game Season 2 is supposed to be coming up.
I haven't even watched Season 1 yet.
I just saw that on Twitter.
What, as in, like, there's a trailer?
No, the official account. On your marks, get set, green light. Squid Game continues. All your Netflix Squid Game Season 2.
Nice.
It's mad because they brought out Korean Money Heist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's coming out. I think it might be this month. Money Heist Korea, they called it.
Or get a group together and just wail on these.
Okay, so you can play as multiplayer.
These are events that take a lot of people, and you really have to work together.
Being able to see all the players on your screen, collaborating, trying to take this big monster down, it's epic.
It's so easy to create a community. It makes Diablo more of a social experience.
We've got fully enabled crossplay.
Crossplay.
Oh, crossplay. Okay, that one caught my ear.
Yeah.
Where you can play couch co-op. Two people on the couch can sit there and have a great experience.
Well, you know what? Crossplay. Xbox can almost force Sony to accept crossplay for some games, like the ones that they own.
But you're also opening yourself up to
Yeah, definitely. But no, not really.
Why not? No.
Depends, innit? Obviously, if we're talking about like, well, COD's already got crossplay, right?
Yeah. Like COD's gonna like the big games.
Like what though? Because I'm thinking a lot of the big games already have it though.
And everyone wants to chase you down.
When you pre it.
Wolfenstein needs to have it.
The last story mission is really the beginning of a whole different.
Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Wolfenstein, the co-op game.
Yeah, it was.
Rich with things
Oh, I thought it was a single
allow you
player.
to get more and more powerful.
You can play the whole entire story with someone else.
Yeah, you made me jump on that to help you with a part, innit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember you guys doing that.
You
So
know
did
why
we
that
get a
happened?
launch date? Did we get a launch date for? I didn't remember seeing the launch date for Overwatch 2.
2023? Is that what I saw?
I can see on Twitter here it says Overwatch 2 launches on October 4th this
Oh,
year.
really? Oh, that's early. I mean, for them announcing it now.
Endgame.
PvP, it almost doesn't end.
Okay, I think
If you guys got invited to the showcase to fly to LA to watch it and you watched it, would you be happy right now?
yes, because they flew me to
I
LA.
would. Oh, I would.
Would you be
Because
happy?
they
Would you be happy
definitely
at the
progress.
showcase?
I,
So you're happy with the showcase so far?
with
yeah?
with the showcase,
Yeah, I am.
I would say no for me. I've only seen like a couple things out of what 20 games so far that I think, yeah, I'll play that.
We brought updates that were free.
This is a pirate game, isn't it?
Sailed the sea.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves.
That's it.
Potential within. And as this song will spell out, there's plenty to sing about. Now that you can find.
They might add this guy in, the one that just won the case against his wife, or his ex-wife. Johnny Depp, that's it.
They should add in Johnny Depp.
They should.
You don't have violated.
No, he's all clear now,
I
so they should.
Listen to this tweet I just read from an Xbox. He's an Xbox insider, but he's not part of like Microsoft, but he's like more leans to the Xbox side. He said last year Phil Spencer got really frustrated before the showcase. Internally, he would always point to Sony showcases he would always point to Sony continuing releasing Game of the Year quality games while Xbox had more worse CGI trailers. And that's why this year we have a showcase full of gameplay.
That's why. This is why I said man would definitely be happy because they've improved.
Yeah, it
Even
is
I'm
better.
not saying I would play all these
Yes,
games.
yeah,
Hell
yeah,
no. But in general, the game qualities are better. Normally, I'm cussing.
Yeah, it's better than what
Blood
they did
is
last year.
indie,
Better than
no
what they did in
game.
2020
Yeah.
by far.
Anyone who says other is lying to themselves.
I don't think it's no better, but
I think
that's
it's
just
better,
me,
but
though.
it's still not up to scratch.
I think watch them and then compare. In terms of progression, so
I
far I don't think
I can't say there's no progression, but for me it's still dead though. Like the progression is very minimal. If there's progression, it's not like it's a big step forward to the point where it's like, all right, cool, Xbox have turned a corner.
I'll say why it is because most of these, if not all, on top of it, then gets for free. On top of them fits in there how they structure thing. It's
Yeah,
all
that-
been gameplay, so you know instantly if you want to play it or not. And it's going on Game Pass. And I haven't seen no 2024s, so everything's this year or next year max.
What's this?
That to me is, yeah.
Oh, they made
No,
bug
you're right,
snaps. Oh no, they didn't. There's a person.
What you saying, Elge?
What, this game? Not me.
Looks like a Switch game. Like you could go on the Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, sitting at a solid like 4 or 5 for me right now.
Out of 10.
Yeah.
What, this game or the entire show?
No, the whole show.
Hey, this looks like a crazy game though.
Don't look too bad this game though. It looks alright. I want to see more from it.
This is what I was gonna say. Something like this needs more gameplay.
Yeah.
Give
It
me.
doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look terrible.
It needs more gameplay. The whole thing was gameplay.
No, but it needs. I don't know. Show me more features about
What,
it.
I get what you mean though. You want to see more. Like you need
Yeah.
more to entice you.
The nigga want to
It
see
is just a
more.
teaser, I guess. But I mean, kind of reminds
game
me
might
of
be
Phoenix, but obviously not as high quality, maybe.
I think you say that about any game that's got colors.
Yeah. To be fair, I like the cartoon aesthetic that games have, but it has to be a nice action shoot 'em up type thing.
Okay.
Okay. That animation was really good. The animation was good.
I wouldn't mind playing this game. Just looking at it alone.
It's a
Yeah,
puzzle
it looks like something in the vein of Tunic, maybe. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
just in terms of the way. Hey, you know what you need to do, yeah? You see when you're editing, clip every single time you say this is not for me. And put a counter.
That's gonna take years.
I've heard man say that bare times, bro.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't like puzzle games at all.
So yeah, the Xbox man on Twitter saying the show is mediocre still. Like, these are the diehards, everybody. It's crazy.
Has it finished yet?
They said the show. They're saying so far it's mediocre.
Oh,
How far are we in?
That's the thing. I have no idea.
I don't know what mark it is.
It says that it's 2 hours 49 so far. So I'm guessing it's finished on their end, and we're at 2 hours in. So 49 minutes left, roughly.
Okay.
Did it tell you how long it was going to be?
Ray said 95 minutes.
It said 95 minutes.
Oh, okay. So we're coming up near to the end then.
Hold up.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hypes. Here you go again.
It could be like another
another thing.
Yeah, it's probably Ninja Gaiden or something like that.
That might have been because they gave us all free, you know.
Oh yeah, recently, didn't they?
Yeah. This could also be a Dynasty war. No, but design wise. Whatever this is, though, this is me. This goes to my list. Oh my days, they need to redo Onimusha, you know. Bring that back. That game was amazing.
This looks good.
Didn't they release something recently on that game?
Backwards compatibility, I played it, but originally I played them all on PlayStation. But Xbox had some backwards compatibility for it.
Wolong.
You know what's mad? I swear the other one's Wukong Wulong.
Yeah, it is. I was just gonna say the same thing.
The other one's Wukong,
yeah.
So, it's the Xbox variation.
So why are they showing more gameplay than that if it's coming out?
I don't need to see more for that. I'm not gonna lie.
They should definitely be showing more games. If it's coming out
at
early
least
next
the
year,
easiest boss.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that gets delayed still.
Right.
They said that's coming out early next year, and they have shown no gameplay for it.
And it's the man himself.
Talented and well-known game creators anywhere in the world.
You lot's boss, man. The boss.
He's not a king boss. So.
Fair enough. That was a good one. Still.
Working with Team Ninja was a long history of building these franchises.
What are you not doing?
That's what you had.
He said you.
That's what they hear the boss talking up.
Wait, was it me for real?
Yeah.
How?
You must have pressed space on your keyboard or something.
Man said, "What are you doing, bro?"
Oh, we got Atlas. You got Atlas. Could be some animating.
Interrupt the boss talking.
Oh God.
Yeah, Ron's already clocked out.
I'm gonna say it again. This is not for me. That's my new catchphrase.
This one might be for hype though.
This game looks like it's on the 3DS.
No, this looks like Persona, you know. Oh, it is as well.
Persona 3. So hold on.
Portable,
but this what they're after this stuff. Oh yeah, that's why.
Hold on. So they gave you Persona 3, fam. They're taking liberties.
Nah, this I literally.
There must be a reason why they're doing it. They'll still put Persona.
They must put number 4 in there, bro. Because why are they
put number 5? Because I'm sure I've got 4 or played
4 is not on the Xbox still.
No, but obviously I'm saying. What do you mean 4?
Oh, I know what they're doing. They're doing like a collection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they might be. Yeah, so Persona should look like
so they
it's
will
coming
put
over.
5 then.
Persona 4 is coming to the PlayStation. I mean, to the Xbox now.
Who makes it? Was it Bethesda or
Persona 5 Royale?
Yeah, you see it there, man. Come on. Man just wants to downplay Xbox, you know.
I said downplay. It's been on the PlayStation about 5 years now, blood.
I don't know what that means, but the point is of what we're looking at now. We just got
P3, 4, and 5.
Oh, really? We can play with Game Pass? Oh, wow.
Now,
Hey, don't kill me.
Hey, get some water, Ray. Get some water. Mine you're dead. Mine you're dead.
Someone that I have admired for many years. Today, I'm pleased to share we will be working together to create a brand new experience like we've never seen before.
Okay, Phil.
Hey.
Kojima.
Whoa.
小島秀夫です、ずっと作りたかったゲームがあります、それは誰も体験したことも見たこともない全く新しいものです。
I wonder how much money they gave him.
作れる日が来るのをずっと待っておりました。
Because he's always been Mr. PlayStation, hasn't he?
の最先端クラウドテクノロジーと
Cloud, see? Microsoft Cloud coming in there.
Yeah, he's doing a cloud game. That was the rumor anyway. He's doing some mad cloud game.
可能となりました。
I know he's still working on they're working Death Stranding 2 now. So he must be working with both of them.
Team up with Xbox.
But he's got his own studio, so he can do what the hell he likes. Man.
Yeah, true.
He's not owned by nobody. So what, he's not gonna give man nothing else more than that?
That's it?
We're thrilled.
They might show it here after.
Working with our teams at Xbox Game Studios. Today, for the first time ever, we have focused on showing you games that you
I guess this is the end.
Wow.
They
didn't show
that's the end of the showcase. It can't be, bro.
I think so, but
They have to be showing Starfield.
No, they said they're going to show Starfield.
Who bring with them?
Yeah, they did.
Games from these creators will be coming
the Kojima thing, that was it?
Every single month, including Naraka Blade.
That's probably big for people, them, innit? Probably.
No, they're gonna show Starfield though. They're not gonna show no Kojima thing.
Somerville,
that was disappointing.
and Scorn, just to name a few. And we start 2023 with the launches of some of the most.
They might leave that for Tuesday.
From the teams at Xbox. And
but if that's going to be a deep dive,
they said they're going to take more deep dives into what they've announced today, innit? So they might.
Forza Motorsport and more. This has been an incredible
year. Yeah, look, the brother said, damn, even the Xbox are not happy with the show. It's crazy, fam.
And Game Pass, with millions of people playing our games every single day. And we have you.
A lot of these shows been disappointing lately, though, man.
That's new
I'm gonna lie, bro.
through Xbox Cloud Gaming.
I think everyone's expectations are just too high, fam.
Playing on Xbox and PC. We could not have done this without you.
Maybe so.
A year ago, we welcomed the talented studios at Bethesda Softworks to Xbox. Their teams have been hard at work, bringing their franchises to Game Pass, shipping updates to their games, and building new experiences for you to enjoy. We know that everyone has been eager to see Starfield.
Yes, come on.
Our show today has highlighted gameplay, so it's only fitting that we end it with an extended first look at one of the most anticipated games in Xbox history. This is Starfield.
Someone said Kojima arrives, announces nothing, doesn't elaborate, and leaves.
That's what I'm saying. They just say, "Hello, my name's Kojima. I make games. I'll be making a game with Xbox." That's all that happened.
Oh man, I feel like Hollow Knight's the best thing man sent today.
I think that first-person vampire one. Plus the
Redfall looked decent. It did. Definitely looks like something I'll play.
And
they started it well.
Forsaken type game. I don't even remember the name.
What's it called? Wenlock or something like that. So that did look good too. Alright, let's see what Starfield's all about. Let me shut up. Let's hope it's got some sort of co-op or something though.
Oh no, really?
Well, that's it.
Imagine if it's that.
No,
imagine.
Nah, they can't do that.
Oh my god.
That's not it. He's gonna show more, don't worry. You're just gonna waffle for a little bit longer.
To finally see Starfield.
It's easily.
I feel like I'm
They
waiting
done
for
that on
gameplay, man.
purpose, you know.
They must have.
They anticipated people would go mad at that part.
They announced Starfield like what 4 years ago.
It might even be longer, man.
This is early in the game as you arrive on the mysterious moon of Crete.
Okay.
There you go. Some gameplay. I bet it's a first-person shooter, man.
They need to make most of the games that switching thing where you can go first or third person. Soul System date.
Yeah, it was announced in 2018. E3 2018.
It's 2022 now. Wow, it's a big gap.
4 years. 4 years. When they announced it, they must have just started working on it, bro.
Maybe.
But it might be a really, really big.
You've gone mute, right?
Sorry, I was saying it might be a really, really big game like a Cyberpunk or something, isn't it?
Maybe.
Looks like a mini Fallout to me so far.
No, it's made by the same people.
Yeah.
So. What, man's this robot? Can't be.
No. That's your assistant. It must be.
According to the scanners, the abandoned research facility.
So it's literally Fallout in space.
Who's played Fallout here, by the way?
Me.
Just the last one or them in general?
Just the last one, whatever. Any of them.
I played 4, but just a little bit.
Played 3 and 4.
Okay. Third person.
Probably have the setting to put it changed on.
That's what I was saying.
Camera view and that.
Because they have that in Fallout as well, so it makes sense to have it here.
Oh, the liking the graphics. I don't like the clothes though. Obviously, you can change that minimal things, but seems clean so far.
I don't see the purpose of it though.
Switch to first now.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you're mining for resources again. Didn't even pick them up.
I think he has to just walk over them.
I just want to see the shooting, bro.
That's what I want to see as well.
If it's fluid. If it's fluid, I'm sold.
You see what happened to his backpack?
Yeah, but don't watch that, man.
It's Fallout, yo. Go take over the base.
He took some damage from that.
Not a single enemy yet. Wow. It's not a very well protected base. Okay.
It was steady just then, you know.
Yeah, no recoil.
Yeah.
No blood, man. Don't look too bad though. Looks decent.
Looks playable, but
okay. I like the slow motion change. I like that.
Do we look like a next gen game though?
I wouldn't say next gen.
No.
If you're going by
Looks
the
like Doom,
rubbish
you know?
that's been coming out,
Kind of looks like Doom. Okay.
I'd play this though. I think I'd play this.
Same.
Especially if it's free on Game Pass, man. Come on.
Yeah. It's
Ooh, it looks a bit
very.
It reminds me. I know it sounds mad, yeah, because they're not on the same level, but it kind of gives me Division.
This reminds me, yeah. But even that Aliens game man's been playing, bro.
What game is that?
That Aliens game that me and Hypage have been playing.
oh, Fire, whatever
Yeah,
it's
Fire
called.
Team, yeah.
Aliens.
Didn't
we all
Alien
play?
brand.
I think we played it for a bit.
Yeah.
I don't think LJ played it with us. I don't think.
No, I played with Hype Star.
Okay.
Let's see if we get to build anything.
I
That's
can
what
see
wanna
people comparing this to one of the earlier Halos, you know, but yeah, I'd play this still.
Halo, really? I don't see the comparison there.
Nah, man, that hover and shooting and go back and play them. That whole hover and shoot and space and the slow and switching weapon. Obviously, minus that alien guy.
We're all here because we're committed to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. As to what they are, what they're building.
Oh, it's building something. Okay.
You'll be part of solving that puzzle now.
You said what they are, what they're building.
Yeah.
As in, I just want to know what the story is about.
You think you do?
No, I said I want to know what the story is about.
The artifact you found appears to be one of many, scattered across the galaxy.
Okay.
If we can find more, we can unlock.
Haven't seen nothing to indicate it's multiplayer though.
No, I haven't.
No.
Told me that it spoke to him.
Of course, the settled systems is full of groups with other priorities.
Yeah, this looks exactly like Fallout in space, honestly.
Remember, they described it as Skyrim in space.
Yeah, and Skyrim is Fallout with guns. So. So there are factions.
I just want to see more gunplay, man.
The gunplay looked weak.
Yeah, that's why I want to see more.
No one quits. The only way out is death.
As much as I'm like a guy that likes exploring in games and that, I'm not gonna lie, it's always gonna be the gameplay that grabs me, bro. The combat.
Most Dusties don't even make it this far. Because whatever lies at
So in Fallout, is it like you collect resources to like level up your guns and them sort of things?
Yeah, kinda. Well, yeah, not kinda, but yeah. And you're trying to solve a puzzle, so whatever problem you started with, you're trying to get research. But the best thing about Fallout 4 for me was that you could build your own base, and NPCs would actually come to your base.
Okay, attack.
No, come and live there. Come and do stuff, and you can assign them to do specific things.
They're using Unreal Engine for this, isn't it? Because that looked, yeah.
Unreal is this. Okay, the character creation looks decent.
You'll pick a background that gives you 3 starting skills.
Says here you spend some time as a diplomat. Having a way with words might prove useful.
They can't be using Unreal Engine.
No, they have to. What would they use instead?
I don't know. But all I'm saying is, like, it looks decent, but not even to compare, but that's all I can do. But the NPCs in Horizon look like way better than that.
Was that Unreal as well?
That's not Unreal Engine.
Oh, okay.
By using them and completing
That's their own engine. I don't know what engine they use.
crafting systems. From running research projects with resources you find.
Very few companies use their own engines nowadays. Okay, that looks a bit better. No, then it went downhill again.
I think it's just they've got some guns sorted out and some.
Yeah, the pistol looks like it was proper sorted out. Okay, this is what I was saying. So you can build your own base to gather resources.
They were saying that you make your own choices as well and create the story, but I don't know if you just.
A lot of them they'll say you make your own. You can make choices, but it's always the same outcome more time, don't it?
Your own spaceships.
You can build your own spaceship.
Okay.
Jamal just messaged you in the chat, you know, Ron.
You can choose crew members. And yes, you can completely customize the look and layout.
Oh, it's your link, isn't it, right?
There's loads of
my link.
modules,
Oh yeah.
Manufacturers and more. I have to say, it's so cool. We just absolutely.
Starfield is using Creation Engine 2. A modified and updated form of the Creation Engine that was used for Skyrim, Fallout 4, and Fallout 76.
They're still using that. That engine is buggy as hell, yo.
So updated version, so it might be better. Let me see what engine Horizon used.
I hope you don't have to fly in first person. Okay, good.
Yeah, I knew it was the Decima. It's a Decima engine they use for Horizon.
Decima. I still need to play Horizon 2. Oh, there's combat as well.
Yeah, and it's their own engine. Decima engine is a proprietary engine developed primarily by Guerrilla Games.
This game is pulling me in now.
I think you'll like this run.
Yeah, this is me. This is me.
You like space games as well.
I like space, I like shooting, I like exploring. This is me.
It's a big game still.
Yeah.
It looks like there's gonna be a lot to do.
No wonder they kept it till last, boy. And you get to build your own ship and your own base on the planet as well.
Game's gonna keep man occupied.
For hours on end. Okay. You get to steal their resources after you kill them. Okay, all right.
For all of you to experience the game, thanks again for being with us today, and thanks for all
It's finished now, isn't it?
you've given us over the decades, especially
maybe.
on this game.
Starfield is. Let's see if they show anything else
Incredible
after.
journey for us making
Do you
it
feel like that was
well.
good for a final reveal of the show?
Beginning for it's when all
Or
of
would you
you
like more? LJ shaking his head.
I'd like more.
And you may be
What about you, Ron?
just how big is this game? So we thought we'd take one last moment and show you.
I can't hear you, Ron.
I wanted more,
Let's take a look at one of our
but
planets, Genesis.
Starfield is going to be played
You can land in
100%,
Atlantis.
without a shadow of a doubt.
But you can also land and explore anywhere on the planet. And it's not just this planet. It's all the planets in the
Oh,
system.
wow, that's impressive.
From barren but
So it's a
resource-heavy
combination
ice
of
balls
what's that game
to
again?
Goldilocks planets with life.
No Man's Sky?
No Man's
And not
Sky,
just this system,
Fallout,
but over 100 systems.
Star Wars Squadrons.
1,000 planets, all open for you to explore.
1,000 planets. Mazza.
To see what you find.
Crazy. I wonder how big it's going to be.
1,000 planets.
No, the download size.
It's gonna be one of those randomly generated things. You know what I mean?
You think so?
Yeah. They can't do that. 1,000 planets.
Can't do 1,000. I think they can, you know.
Bro,
They can do 1,000 planets where it'll be like the same kind of algorithm that No Man's Sky has,
Yeah,
where
that
it just
just makes
randomly
it,
like puts.
Well, you know what?
things on.
If it was randomly generated, it would have said that. Because that's a big feature to have in a game.
You see what Twitter's saying about Starfield?
There must be small planets then. 'cause-
Or they
It
just
must
did a
be
good
small,
job.
though.
No.
5 years though. They've been working on it for a minute.
Yeah, true.
Boy, to make a planet is mad.
But they have the building blocks of a planet. They just add the terrain on top, the buildings, the enemies. Boom, done.
Bare AAA games for you lot.
2023.
I thought everything's this year and next year. Boy.
Starfield.
Remember, this was supposed to be coming out November 11th this year, you know, and they delayed it till next year.
What they should have done is done Starfield, Forza, that first Vampire Redfall game, and that Forsaken one in one show. Half an hour, showed us gameplay, talked about it, done.
Maybe so.
And
But
then,
I think they.
and then just drop this on their YouTube channel afterward. Hey. Oh, okay. I thought it was Halo or something coming.
That's just a recap.
Yeah. So, Ray, let's have your negative thoughts.
It's not finished. It's not finished yet, bro.
Yeah, it's
not
done.
finished yet. The show ain't finished yet.
You see it there?
This is
That-
the next
that what I
12 months
said.
of Xbox.
This is just recap though. What else are they gonna show?
Bro, wait till the end of the show, innit?
Oh, you know something we don't.
No, I don't. I'm just saying, wait till it says this is the end, bro.
True.
I'm really liking Starfield though. Starfield is my kind of game. Make your character
Okay.
level up, explore, space, planet, resources, base building, ship building.
It was a good game, but I'm just when it said 1,000 planets, over 1,000 planets, I'm thinking
Never have
the
time
amount
to
of time
finish
it's
it.
gonna take for me to complete this game. And I'm already backlogged. So there's literally no point.
lot of games though. Jeez, please. That is it.
Man, I thought there was more left. That's when you was like, oh, it's not finished. It's not finished.
Where was it though? It's finished now. I'm just saying, you never know, bro.
Nah.
You might have added more. Come back to me though.
All right.
Ask me first.
Don't come to you first. Right. Mr. Uzumaki.
You can't do that. You've already asked him, so he has to speak.
No, I don't have anything to say right now.
All right, cool. Final grade. What do you guys grade it?
Oh boy.
The presentation.
I'm gonna give it a solid 6.
Yeah, at best.
No, I was actually talking about like letter grade.
Starfield pushed up to 6 for me.
Yeah.
Oh, letter grade. A 6, I guess you could say. What would you call a 6?
A C?
A C plus?
Yeah,
A B?
A C plus. For me.
Yeah, that's literally what was in my head as well. Was the C plus.
And that's with Starfield. Without Starfield, it would have been a D.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I would have said a C. So Starfield pushed it to a C plus for me. But yeah, why would I call it a C? Like there wasn't that much that I saw that I was like, raw, okay,
Yeah.
I really want to play that. The Wolong thing, even though for me, if that's coming out early next year, remember we're halfway through this year.
So it's
if
only
that
6
game's
months left, yeah.
if that game's coming out in the next 8 to 9 months, we should definitely have seen gameplay for it. So
True.
that's something. That's something.
What do you mean seeing gameplay?
He thinks it's going to be cancelled. Well, postponed.
No, I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be delayed though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't think so. I think
But there was
this late in the game, the COVID thing is over now. They know their time frames roughly. I don't think we're going to see any crazy delays now.
I wouldn't say crazy, but I just don't think it's going to come out early 2023 like they said though. It might get pushed to summer or autumn or something.
Okay.
9 months in, that's like finishing touches stages. So
Yeah.
you've got the bulk of the gameplay. If you're going to announce a new game in a showcase where you're saying we're showing you the most gameplay we ever showed you, they're going to show, man, some gameplay.
I'm not gonna lie, I saw more than enough gameplay in that personally to know.
I didn't see no gameplay. I just saw like
Of that
like
one
more
game
like
or in general?
just that one game, the Wolong game. What gameplay do you remember of that?
The slash and then I'm basically I'm not gonna lie, for me I think I'm the only one who's reversed. Normally it's the other way, and I don't know, you lot probably more positive for the shows, but for me I saw a good few number of games that I'm gonna get or that I'm interested in. So for me I'd say probably a B or a C for me.
I saw about 5.
I'm not gonna lie, I got, especially when we all said before it gone
Let me
our
see if I can
predictions,
pull up the
they
list.
got some of
Yeah,
our
that'll be good.
predictions. Like my games I already know, so while he's doing that list, I'll say which shows is so Scorn, which you already know, I asked and said I hope to see that. Flintlock, Overwatch, obviously it's a character in that. Naraka, however you want to pronounce it. Diablo, Wulong, and then Starfield. Starfield, sorry. And then I might try, but I can't say if I wouldn't. It's not I won't, but Erenban, that I would try.
I don't remember.
Is that the one with the? It was like a side scroller. Is it that
No,
one?
it was the
horror
one where
Ereban, Shadow Legacy.
I don't remember that one, you know. But there was quite a lot. So
that's why, and that's the most I've ever said. I normally just say one.
I'll tell
But
you
my
how many
thing for
games
it,
they
'cause
showed.
I
They
just see
showed
indies
1,
and all of
2,
that.
3, 4, 5.
Ereban was the one where, you know, they was jumping through the shadows.
Oh,
And at
yes,
first you
yes,
thinking they
yes.
corrupt. Yeah, that was Ereban. I'll try that.
It did look like a decent game, to be honest.
So I've got some good games on mine for once.
They showed 30 games.
That's
wow.
And everything is coming out next year.
And everything had
in the
gameplay.
in the next 12 months.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We can hope so. We can hope so.
Like,
Because you already
and
know
it-
what we've been.
Don't obviously taking into
Cold
not
drinks.
taking obviously there's no point taking into account like delays and that. The point is their show was, and their aim is to release it within the next 12 months.
That's it.
That is amazing. I was saying by the end of next year, people in the beginning, remember one of you lot made a comment saying, look, I said this year or next every game, and they confirmed it. 12 months. That's a short time, you lot.
That's a
for
lot.
30 games.
That's a lot.
Well done to them.
And it's not even full pack like they normally do with indies. Man can't take nothing. I feel like man's always.
No, it's good. The only thing I would say is it's good that they're doing that in the next 12 months. But
it's amazing.
I'll also say it's about time, because it's been we're quite far into the generation now, so and we haven't had many games at all. So
exactly,
we should be getting that in the next 12 months.
Makes sense.
No, I wouldn't say for the next 12, but we should be getting that sort of service and stuff, and that's why we need to not forget. Like, man can't be complaining. They've just done something amazing. That if we go back to all of our videos, and on Game Pass, some of these games, man would pay. Most of the games on my list, like Naraka and Wulong, they're things I would pay for. So the fat man's getting it as an extra bonus for free. Like, let's not overlook. That's put Game Pass even up. They don't need to do those games.
You're right. You're
It's-
right.
It's not some indie cheap games, you know. We're all like
right.
Starfield for free. All of these things for you, Lord. Yeah, let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah,
I just watched that Wo Long trailer. They showed no gameplay whatsoever. It was a full-on cinematic trailer.
I get where you're coming from, Max. The fact that they're all free and stuff, but like for the people who don't have Game Pass, they're the ones who are going to be buying it. And I know that Xbox, they have this kind of like mission to make all games kind of like free and put everyone in that ecosystem.
Yeah, that's it.
I just don't. I mean, yeah, I get why we should actually give it a higher grade, but I just don't. For the time where it is for games being games itself, I feel like that's the reason why I would give it a C+.
No, it won't
Instead of
even.
anything higher.
No, man ain't saying it to change. I'm just saying my point and going on from what you lot said before. Like, normally, look at our things, we cuss it for indies and no gameplay. That was full gameplay, no indies really.
True.
But also, what they announced the other day, the app that's coming and for the TV. So it's like, it's not even saying you got to buy a console. You're getting all of those and you can play it on your TV.
Just buy a decent
at a cheap
TV.
thing. Yeah. You're not,
or buy a decent Samsung TV.
So
I'm sure it will come to others. But at the moment, it's
especially
just
Android TV. I don't see why it wouldn't, because we already have the game streaming app on Android.
It's just starting out, innit? So
so
they'll roll it out.
it goes in partner
true.
with each other. Those 30 games for people who don't have it. Just going to what LG is saying about, so people who don't have it, will it go out and buy it? Does it make sense? They're not buying a console. You're buying a Fire Stick, literally, or USB. It's on your TV, and you're getting access to all of this. That is more than enough reason to try it out. You get to play all those games on Game Pass.
And the backlog they have as well. And the stuff that's probably going to...
Yeah.
I mean, the next year's show is probably going to be 2024 stuff. Because nothing they showed here was 2024. So I'm guessing they're going to try and stick to that 1 year, next 12-month gap, which makes sense.
Plus the stuff that's already on. This is still attacking people who don't obviously have it. Plus they get access to all the current games that's on Game Pass. It's like when JJ first switched over to PlayStation, you got the PS subscription, you got to play all of the games on PS that he missed. So, except he had to pay 500. I can't even remember how much man paid for the P5, but
yeah. Whereas
so
with this,
I'll say this is
the barrier of entry is going to be what, £15 a month, £10 a month, whatever it is.
Yeah,
that's it. With a controller, obviously.
Yeah,
good to go.
So that's what I was saying. Is the game? Is the show a console seller? No. Is it a Game Pass seller? 100%.
100%.
100.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. Because it showed such a variety of games that it doesn't matter what you want on Game Pass, something in the showcase is going to be there for you.
And just to add, even though he didn't show a game, but we have to give ratings to him, innit? Kojima, but even him speaking of the word cloud, Game Pass is subscription, it's online, it's cloud.
Yeah.
So you know for now they're going to be putting in work on that. It kind of backs up what they've been saying is about they want to put their stuff and make it as user friendly as possible, make it diverse, inclusive, everyone can access it. I think maybe they've given up on the whole console thing or whatever it is, but This at least you know with Game Pass and you can cancel when you want. It's always going to be there.
Game Pass is a win for all gamers, I think, in my opinion. Obviously, it doesn't have the latest, best, newest first-party games, but just for gamers in general, it's a win. £10 is a no-brainer for most people to
and then even you're getting, if they're so-called day one,
exactly.
Some of the things I did notice, one of you lot commented on something as well. It showed day one, but then I think it said something like first or play. It said something, and it basically, what I got from it is it's gonna be on the Xbox for a time period, and then it's gonna go onto other consoles for some of the games as well. Let's remember that, because you know how these people like to try market and make out like it's exclusive to them. Well, there was something that pointed out that it's only going to be sorry?
They call it a launch exclusive.
Yeah. So it's going to launch on the Xbox, but that's not saying it ain't going to come out on the other stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's what they call it. I think they call it a launch exclusive because launching exclusively by usually
a year or so
after a period. Depends. Sometimes it's only 3 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Tunic's going PlayStation in what, a couple months.
To be honest, I mean, I've always said that Xbox needs more exclusives, but I'm saying that from a fan's point of view. From a company's point of view, it doesn't make sense anymore to have exclusives for them because they're selling services and software.
At the end of the day, as long as everything goes on Game Pass, it's almost like an exclusive in itself. Really.
There you go.
Because if you want to save some money instead of buying it at full price, just get Game Pass.
And I read something years ago that said the amount of people that actually forget that their Netflix is active and they just let it run for months. If people do the same thing for Game Pass, it's
man can't forget. Man, I have to cancel that.
You have to cancel it.
That £11 rebuy, I'm not playing none of them games. Nah, dog. That I forget cancel still.
I think it was an okay showcase. I wouldn't say good, because again, I didn't see what I wanted to see. So very, very biased view here. I didn't see my first-person shooters. I didn't see my loads of third-person action games. But I think what they showed was, as Hype said, a good Game Pass seller. And those are my final thoughts on it, to be fair.
At the end of the day, if we're saying that that's Xbox's main goal, then you can say
they succeeded, in that on that specific goal,
Yeah. You can say that. We saying OJ?
Yeah, I think the same. Still, it's true.
That's
good console. Game Pass seller.
We can't. Go on.
I mean, there's nothing really I can say much, to be honest. I mean, yes, they had a couple of good games that have released, and I'm looking forward to what Nintendo has to offer as well as PlayStation, because at the end of the day, you have to see which one had the better presentation. I know that Xbox did prevent
it having no presentation.
I don't know.
I think most we're gonna get is a God of War state of play. I don't think we're gonna get a full-on showcase until September.
Oh, until September.
They don't like, usually this is like the E3 period.
They're not going to do anything.
They don't. Nah, they'll do their own thing later on, like what they done last year, innit? Remember they waited a few months, then they done Wolverine and Spider-Man, all that stuff there.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, I just guess that Nintendo is probably next up, but then Nintendo
rumored for Wednesday coming.
Okay, that's good then, because we all know that Nintendo are kind of like more for the indies anyway. So yeah, it's not going to be as mad as Xbox. So I guess Xbox really did well in regards to it. It's just that some of the games that they were showing wasn't really of my taste, but it also shows that they can provide a variety of games.
That's true.
So, but I still would give the whole presentation a C+.
Yeah, I think moving forward, I think it's the same thing that we've been saying for years. We need bigger games. We need the AAAs. We need the big budget, big animation, shooting well sorted out.
Would you say that you saw that today?
Starfield gave us the big budget. Obviously, I think we've spoken about the shooting.
Yeah, you can definitely call that.
But other than Starfield and that Redfall game, those are the two that really stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it for me. So that's 1 out of 15. So two to 30
I
games.
said 15 is 30, bro.
Yeah, but 2 over 30 is 1 over 15. So
okay, oh sorry, man. I didn't know you were doing that the mathematician terms there still.
So yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm of the same vein. C plus for me. I didn't see much. Starfield looked interesting. I don't really need to. I was gonna say I need to see more, but I don't really need to. They kind of showed like what it is you're going to be doing, and at the end of the day, see, it's going to be a massive game. I was gonna say I don't have time for massive. I'm not sure if I have time for massive games, but I definitely do. Because if I want to play it, I'll make time for it. So, but it's a thing where it's good that it's on Game Pass because then I can try it. If I don't like it, then I can just fuck it off in it.
And then come back to it later on.
Yeah, come back to it later on. If I just don't like it, just don't play it again. But yeah, other than that, I'm just going through the list now. Redfall looked like a good co-op game. I'm not sure if I play it on my own, but it looks like a good co-op game, let's be honest. Plague Tale, obviously, is multi-plat, but it's going straight into Game Pass. That's big. I think the last one is on Game Pass as well, right?
Yeah, it is.
Aura, History Untold. No. Arc 2.
Right, that's on your list. I'm surprised.
No.
Wait, are you? Oh, you're going through them.
I'm going through the list.
Oh.
Arc 2? No. As Dusk Falls, I think we skipped that one, right?
Yeah, we did.
I swear you were saying you saw it or saying. I
we watched a little bit, but it was more.
They showed that last year, and I think they've taken a deeper dive into it this year. But we skipped it because we wasn't interested. Cocoon, anyone?
I don't even remember the name of these games, though. That's my problem.
Was that the one that I said I might play, the puzzle one?
Yeah, the one that was saying was kind of like, yeah. I'll skip Elder Scrolls Online. Hype, you said Erebon.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Fallout 76 expansion. Flight Simulator Halo crossover. Anyone? Any takers? Flintlock. I think we can all agree on Flintlock. Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels expansion.
Yeah,
I would be on it.
Yeah.
Hold on. But Motorsport is a big AAA game, though.
It is a big
I don't really hear none of you lot saying nothing about it.
I just don't like
I'm the only one who plays it, but it's not an exciting thing for me. Because remember, I was saying when we spoke before, it needs something to keep you hooked long term. For me, it's just I play it and then it's a short period, it's gone. Like sort of what Halo done for us. We was playing it at the time, and then it's kind of just died down, man.
So it just dies, basically.
Yeah.
Gunfire Reborn.
I don't remember this.
That was, I swear, that is that the little creatures that had the guns and.
What the Rick and Morty?
No, I don't remember.
No. The one before that one. That's the next one, High on Life, the Rick and Morty one.
I would try it.
Which one, High on Life?
Yeah. I would try it.
Yeah, I mean, as a co-op game, definitely. Hollow Knight Silksong looks dope.
Yeah. That's number one for me, man.
Is that the best game you saw today?
And then the worst thing is, it's not even just on Xbox. It's the only downside.
That's the worst thing. The last
but
case
it's coming
of
to Game Pass.
Yeah, it's coming to Game Pass, which is just what I'm saying. So you're more likely to play it on Xbox, right?
Or on PC. So wait,
you might still buy it. I'm not gonna lie. If there's a game I really like Tunic, once Tunic comes to the Switch, I'm buying it. I don't care if it's on Xbox.
But you've already played it on Xbox. It's on Game Pass.
I've played it. I haven't finished it because I don't have Game Pass no more.
Okay.
And that's because for me, Tunic just feels like a game that needs to be played on my Switch. So I'd gladly buy it on my Switch. Anyway, next, The Last Case of Benedict Fox. The Last Case of Benedict Fox.
That's that horror side.
Yeah. The one that Ron said the combat looks decent.
Yeah, I remember that.
I would play a little bit. I play at least 3 hours of it.
That's the one thing you can say about all of these games. Even if you're not 1,000,000% interested in it, at least you can try them.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have a Game Pass subscription. Exactly. Lightyear Frontier.
I don't remember that one. Oh God.
Minecraft Legends, the new Minecraft.
No.
We know Hypes is hyped for Naraka Blade Point. That looked decent.
Was that
that's the online battle royale, isn't it?
Yeah, that looked decent. Nothing special. Pentiment.
No.
Don't remember that.
Me neither. Obviously, Persona 3, 4, and 5 going to Xbox Game Pass.
Pentiment was the one that we skipped. The ones that had that dialogue, kind of like.
Oh, the yeah.
Where they're driving in the car and that one.
No. That was Dusk Falls.
All right.
We're talking about the one that like some storybook type thing or something like that.
Nah, let's just skip
that. Kinda, yeah.
Persona 3, 4, and 5.
Not for me.
I mean, I got a PlayStation, so it's not much of a big deal.
Ravenlock.
I don't remember that one.
Ravenlock looked decent.
Ravenlock, right?
Scorn.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by Scorn, but
no point me saying Sea of Thieves.
No.
And then lastly, Wolong. The Wolong look like it'll be a decent game. I just want to see some gameplay for it.
If it's anything like Wukong,
the cinematic trailers can gas you, and then when they actually show how the game plays, it's not that.
Facts.
So I'd like to see some gameplay for Wolong still.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is Wukong only coming to PlayStation?
I thought it was PC.
No.
It's PC.
No, it's coming to all consoles, but I think it's coming to all consoles too.
Oh, wait, is your list done? Yeah.
That's the end of the list. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Obviously, Starfield.
Yeah, Starfield's out.
Diablo. What Diablo 4?
You know what? It's not bad. I mean, Diablo is Diablo. At the end of the day,
I've never played it.
I never played it, but from what I saw, it didn't really gas me.
But would you jump in if it was a group of us?
If it's a group of us, I'd definitely try it. On Game Pass, why the hell not? You know what I mean?
I mean, at the end of the day, Diablo is always originally a PC game. So the way how it's structured and the way how the game looks and plays is very PC, like World of Warcraft. It's always at that top down with the like a little bit of animation.
Yeah.
So it's very similar to that. So
Overwatch 2?
If it's free to play, which it says it is, then yeah.
Well, Overwatch 2 is free to play, yeah?
Yeah, it did say free.
Yeah, it said in the trailer.
Okay. All the Riot games coming to PC. So you got League of Legends. What did I say? Teamfight Tactics, Valorant.
You guys said Valorant was good, right?
Yeah. Well, it's a serious game.
So Valorant. So these are only going to Game Pass on PC though.
Oh.
So they're not going to Game Pass on console.
Mm-hmm.
And two of them are going to PC and mobile. So those are the Riot games.
The Riot games, okay. PC and mobile, so streaming.
What's mobile? Mobile Game Pass, is that streaming?
Must be, yeah.
I'll show you can't download games onto your phone via
No, you just stream it. Just stream it.
Okay.
That's decent though. That's alright. To at least try it. That's alright, I think.
I'm surprised they're not going console though, but I guess I get it though.
But you can stream from console, so I don't know.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be on the because it's going to get those games are going straight into Game Pass, but only PC Game Pass.
Right.
So it's not gonna show up in the Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, I see what I mean.
The console store. That's it though.
I'm not gonna lie, that's surprising. You lot like roughly a good 7 games you lot said. There was more in the beginning, but I missed those ones. So
I think I'm a good
on you lot stuff, a good 7 games.
So let me count up. Starfield looks decent. 1 Redfall, Plague Tale, Flintlock for me. I'm not really gassed on Forza at all. Hollow Knight. And Wolong. Wolong is, I want to see gameplay first.
So the ones I got from you lot's agreement. See, you just said a good number. I've picked up from Cocoon for my man. In fact, doing all of that's long, but Cocoon, Aaron Ben, Hollow Knight, Ravenlock. I can't even remember what that is. Scorn, Wulong, Starfield, Valorant, Overwatch, and Plague's Tale. That's probably more than my list.
Oh yeah, Ravenlock looked good. It was.
I don't really remember it. I don't really remember.
It was the one. Hypage, you said that you liked Ravenlock. It was the one that was. It had psychedelic colors.
Not ringing a bell. Like,
one that's quite horror
What a
iffy.
good description.
I might have to type it. Yeah,
It's
I might have to type it in.
Let me look at it now. I've got a list of.
It's
all
got a
the
little bit of
trailers
horror
here.
in it.
Ravenlock.
It's about the girl that goes into the mirror.
Nah.
She goes into the mirror, and then she
Fantasy
fights all
violence.
these.
Oh, this one, the one that Ron said looks like Felix.
Oh, did you say Phoenix? Mad.
Oh, I didn't like. Oh,
This
yeah,
one
that's
here.
you. Yeah, that's why I know
This
which
one here,
one now.
the one that's playing now.
Yeah, I just typed it in.
I'll skip that one. That one's not for
I'll
me.
leave that as well. But I can see why your shoe looks saying.
But yeah, I think what did I say? 5 or 6 games out of 30. Yeah, that's a CRD still.
Yeah, I think that's a okay number for most people because again, it was a very broad type of games that they showed.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 or 6 is decent. So, all right. Well, everybody put the final thoughts in already.
Yeah. I
so
just
sad?
can't wait to see what Nintendo Direct has to offer.
Whoa! You can't just boycott the Xbox show like that.
Nah.
Like, ignore the last hour and a half, but Nintendo.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to Nintendo.
When is the Nintendo one?
It's rumored for Wednesday. There's a big leak online that's coming on Wednesday.
But are we gonna be free on Wednesday to do one? That's the thing.
Going to bed?
Doubt it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
What's that?
I might not have that patience to wait.
For what?
So,
For
the
what,
direct. For the direct.
So it's in like 3 days.
So what's
What do
the
you mean?
option? What option do you
No,
have?
as in like if we're gonna watch it all together and
Yeah,
we're
watching that
not
one together.
assembled.
You lot ain't got no interest in no Nintendo.
No, I don't.
I just care about Mario, the next one.
That's
Mario
literally
Kart.
Mario Kart, nothing else. Maybe Zelda as well, obviously.
They are not releasing no Mario Kart.
Maybe.
That's another
Maybe, just
debate.
maybe.
That's
No,
I'm
they're
even
probably
gonna-
not.
I'm not even gonna
They
get
just
into
dropped
that.
DLC for Mario Kart 8.
dropped
That's supposed to
expensive.
last 2 years?
I don't even care what they drop. That's a whole nother debate. That's what I would watch.
They might show it to say it's coming out in like 3 or 4 years. But it ain't coming out for now, I'll tell you that.
True.
You get me? Anyway, we're on the Xbox thing talking about Nintendo.
Sorry
Well,
about
yeah,
that. My fault.
Ron's gonna chop that out anyway.
No, I wasn't. I'm gonna leave everything in. I'm doing barely any edits. Just gonna
Boy.
cut out the first section. That's it. But that was the Xbox showcase for June 2022. Those are all of our thoughts. Leave your comments in the section below. Let us know what you thought. And from me, blessed love and respect. You guys.
Come on.
One.
You're done now. Whoops.
Did you do that on purpose as well?
I done that by accident. I'm not gonna lie to you, but whatever.